we'll come back to default. Today, we're diving into Dave Ramsey's well-known advice about cars and asking the question, is it truly unrealistic in today's world? Ramsey's core philosophy revolves around paying cash for your vehicles, steering clear of debt at all costs, and opting for reliable, used cars instead of new ones. But the real question we need to address is whether this approach is actually realistic and achievable for everyone, considering the economic realities many face today. Therefore, in this video, we will examine both the pros and the cons of Dave Ramsey's car advice, with the goal of determining its overall practicality and highlighting any potential drawbacks that individuals might encounter when trying to follow it. Ramsey's core advice regarding cars centers around three key principles. Firstly, he advocates paying cash only, urging listeners to avoid all car loans and save up until they can afford the full purchase price outright, as this instills financial discipline and eliminates interest payments. Secondly, Ramsey advises buying used cars instead of new ones, highlighting that new cars depreciate very quickly, while used cars offer considerably better value for money, with a particular emphasis on reliability and affordability. Finally, he encourages people to drive their cars until the wheels fall off, with the goal of minimizing car payments over a lifetime by practicing proper maintenance to extend the vehicle's lifespan and avoiding lifestyle inflation. Consider the arguments in favor of Dave Ramsey's advice on cars. Primarily, it avoids debt and interest. Car loans can really weigh you down financially, and the interest you pay over time just adds to the overall cost. By avoiding a car loan, you free up that cash to invest or use towards other important goals. It also promotes financial discipline. Saving up for a car encourages patience and careful planning, and it discourages those impulse buys we all might be tempted by. This helps to build good financial habits in the long run. Another benefit is that it minimizes depreciation. Used cars have already taken that initial depreciation hit, so you're reducing the risk of owing more than the car is worth. Ultimately, this all leads to long-term cost savings. Less money spent on car payments means more available income that you can then invest towards retirement, savings, or other financial aspirations. There are several arguments against Dave Ramsey's advice to only buy cars with cash. First, for low-income individuals, saving enough cash can take a very long time, and they may need reliable transportation for work immediately, making waiting potentially impractical or even impossible. Second, finding a dependable used car requires careful research and inspection, and the maintenance and repairs can be costly, potentially offsetting any initial savings, not to mention that market conditions might make used cars more expensive than anticipated. Third, delaying a necessary car purchase can hinder career opportunities or access to essential services, and a reliable new car, if financed responsibly, could be a worthwhile investment for some, so it's important to weigh the cost of ownership against the potential benefits. Fourth, some new cars come with attractive financing options or rebates, and these incentives could make a new car comparable in cost to a used one, so you should factor in all costs, not just the sticker price. Finally, paying a large sum of cash can drain savings, leaving you vulnerable to unexpected expenses, so maintaining an emergency fund is absolutely critical. Explores some alternatives to Dave Ramsey's stance on car ownership. One option is pursuing a small, affordable car loan, but the key here is to keep the loan term short and aggressively minimize the interest paid. Make extra payments whenever you can to chip away at the principal. Leasing can be another avenue, particularly if you value having a new car every few years. However, it's crucial to carefully evaluate mileage limits and potential fees associated with leasing agreements, and remember that leasing isn't a strategy for building long-term wealth. Regardless of how you finance your car, prioritize reliability and safety by researching vehicle reliability ratings and investing in regular maintenance. Don't forget to consider safety features when making your final vehicle selection. Say's approach to car ownership provides a strong foundation for building healthy financial habits. While his recommendations emphasize debt avoidance and cash purchases, it's important to remember that these strategies may not be the perfect fit for everyone. Before making any decisions about buying a vehicle, take a close look at your personal finances, your specific transportation requirements, and what matters most to you. Weigh all of the potential choices and think critically about which path will ultimately help you achieve your broader financial aspirations. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Default.